Well, good evening, this is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant evening, and I thought I'd give a little talk this evening on cryptocurrencies, because over the next few months the whole notion of cryptocurrencies is going to burst into your living rooms. I am predicting that by the time we reach June or July, it won't matter which channel you turn to on your television set. The lead story is going to be cryptocurrencies of one kind or another dominating the marketplace, with Visa, MasterCard and PayPal now adopting cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and having Bitcoin cards. You can actually get a Visa Bitcoin or a MasterCard Bitcoin card. As I said, this is about to spring into the mainstream, and North America has been very, very slow to adopt these currencies. I'm sure in part because of the vilification by the banks and the government, that it is the popular use of criminals to launder money and so on and so forth, and I can assure you that it is not, because Bitcoin is completely transparent. It is a distributed ledger, and you can go and see every transaction that has taken place since the inception of Bitcoin. And now there is some anonymity, but there is no transaction that is hidden. That's why cash always has been and will continue to be the best vehicle for laundering dirty money. So what I am doing this for now, if you are an experienced altcoin purchaser, user, seller and so on and so forth, and you understand about brokerages, exchanges, wallets and that kind of thing, this is not going to be for you. This is really more for those who are suddenly bursting into this market, and it's almost like an everyman's accessibility to a stock market, because many of these coins and many of these exchanges do behave like stock markets. Stocks and shares going up and down, people buying and selling, people washing in and out, buying low, selling high, and so on and so forth, and of course big players manipulating the market. And so when you first get into cryptocurrencies, you have to be absolutely aware of that. That is what you're dealing with, and there is as much shenanigans taking place in these marketplaces as there is in any other kind of marketplace. So let's start off with your three main coins are Bitcoin, Litecoin and Ethereum. They, I think, will be your constants. They are so well put together. Each has a specific use. Bitcoin, of course, is for much larger transactions. Ethereum is for contracts, smart contracts, and so on and so forth. So you can buy and sell property and that kind of thing on Ethereum. And Litecoin, of course, for transactions, because it is very, very quick. There is a very high verification rate, and so this makes it ideal for a transaction medium. So those are going to be your three main coins. And when you start following the charts, actually, it's kind of interesting to note that Bitcoin really does dominate the whole market. I use a website called Coincodex just to sort of check prices and so on and so forth. And when you look at market capitalization, the two top coins, which are Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically dominate. Bitcoin is hitting almost $1 trillion market cap, and Ethereum is way down there at 200 billion, and then everyone else after that is really trailing in their dust. Okay, so these currencies, these coins, I believe to be the securest. I believe that Bitcoin will be the reserve currency of the world, because even criminals need a level playing field when it comes to banking, and our banking system has become so corrupted that it is no longer really functioning, and nobody can find any trust within the system, whether you are honest or whether you are a crook. So regulators are asleep at the switch and so on and so forth. So like I say, this is why people are starting to explore alt currencies. So one of the incredible benefits of alt currencies is the possibility to be able to create quite a small currency of your own. You could have local currencies and so on and so forth, and one of the big problems with local currencies is cashing out into real world hard currencies that you can spend outside of your economic loop. So when you're getting into this, like I say, you need to be aware if you want to do some speculating or investing in these coins. As I say, stick to the main three. They are pretty much rock solid. And of course, got to add this in here. This is not financial advice. This is just what I have observed over the last 10 years, and more seriously, the last 3 years of buying and trading cryptocurrencies. So the big thing that I have noticed, as I said, is that Bitcoin is the dominator. And you will see when you look at the charts of those top three coins that they all tend to move in unison with each other. This suggests to me that there is manipulation going on by big players. But when you scroll down to all the other coins, when Bitcoin is surging, all the other coins are surging right along with Bitcoin. So, if you're going to invest in some of these coins, take heart in that. The key is to look out for coins that are real sleepers, that have really good value. In other words, they are incredibly cheap to invest in, but they have some kind of utility, and that takes research. Now, I have been reasonably successful, I would say, with investing in cryptocurrencies, but there has been a price to pay, and you will find the same thing. The number of videos and the time spent researching and watching and listening to other people's opinions, following up on other people's leads, and the information that comes out of that is very, very time consuming. So there is a time investment involved here. And as I say, definitely, start doing your own research before you really start investing big time or speculating or assuming that all of these coins are going to go up. And as I say, start investing in some of the more stable coins until you have found your way around and you have learned to pick up some of the indicators. And I can tell you one is definitely the 24-hour volume. When you go onto some of these charts and you look through the ups and downs, you'll find that the volume always increases, and you can see a beginning of that volume increase at the beginning of the sharp rise up, and it will peak at the top and start to drop off. So when you're checking out coins, look at the market volume that is going on, because if you don't have market volume, not only do you not have increasing value in that coin, but it's also difficult to sell out when you need to, because you need buyers and you need volume to have buyers. So one coin that I'm going to use as an example here, which I think was a great investment, as I say, this is not financial advice, this is not crypto advice, this is just what I've done myself, and this coin is called Dent. Now, when you click onto some of these coins, in fact all of these coins, when you're on an exchange, if you scroll down, you will see that it will have the 24-hour volume, the highs and lows, market cap, and so on and so forth. Below that, there will be a list of exchanges that trade this particular coin, and below that you will see a description of the coin, and that will tell you what the utility of this coin is, and whether it is a useful thing. Now, again, once you found out that, you need to go to their website, because an awful lot of these coins are just ideas. They're on the drawing board stage, and they are not up and running. Okay, they're basically offering themselves as initial coin offerings, ICOs, and to see if they can push this idea forward. So that's an incredibly important thing to be taken into account, because as you know, getting something off the drawing board and enough investment involved to actually get something functioning is quite difficult. And this is their website, creating a worldwide marketplace for telco assets. Powered by the Dent token, Dent Exchange is the world's first marketplace for telco assets such as mobile data and voice minutes. Assets from over 220 telcos are already being used by over 25 million users worldwide. So this is an existing website. The token has utility, and it is already being traded in the open marketplace. Now, when I bought in, it was 0.0000 2 cents per coin. And so I'm holding around about a little under 1 million coins. I think it cost me like $500 at my initial investment. Now that has tripled since I have held it. But what Dent Coin does, what the Dent Mobile does, and I'll show you a picture here of their website, is that they exchange, amongst other things, mobile data. So I have just checked out the Bell Mobility site, and if you want to buy data on a pay-per-use situation, it is 0 to 100 megabyte is $10. That is exceedingly expensive. Now what you do with Dent is you sign up with a Dent account, and you can trade in that data and purchase it for the cost of the coin. Now for myself, I have a package with Bell Mobility, and I have 3 gig of data, and I never go above a half. If I cross 1 gig, it would be a surprise to me. Okay, and I don't pay any extra for that 2 gig, and I've asked the store where I got the phone from, and it doesn't matter if I take that 2 gig off and put myself down to 1 gig, there will be no difference in price on my monthly bill. So I can sideline that 2 gig a month and sell that on the open market and get paid in Dent coin, and then I can use Dent to trade into other cryptocurrencies, which can be traded then into cash, and I can use that money to offset my bill. I can see a lot of utility for that. I really can. I think there are lots of people like me in my age group who have to buy these packages because it's a deal. It's a package put together by these mobile corporations, and they give certainly a person like myself, because I do most of my work on desktop, not on my mobile. So, you know, I'm not using that data, and to be able to sell it and to utilize that money in other ways is an incredible savings that I couldn't have seen before. And so I think that this coin is going to go somewhere. And you know, if Dent went to $1, I'm nearly a millionaire. And wouldn't you pay $1, you know, for a 0 to 100 megabyte of data when Bell is charging, you know, $10 for the same amount of data? So I think that as time goes by and money gets a little bit more tighter, and we're going to see that, and the people are going to be asking these questions like, wow, that's just a waste for me. Can I see some kind of return on that investment? And this is the sort of thing that I believe that if you want to be a successful crypto trader and you know, see some of these sleeping coins, even if that coin went to 10 cents, that is still $96,000 that I've made on a $400 investment simply by picking out a coin which looks like it has utility and was incredibly cheap. Same with Theta. I am unbelievably bullish on Theta, especially as broadband becomes an increasing problem across the internet network. And again, I saw that there's something that had great utility, and bought several Theta, you know, whilst it was very, very cheap. And the same with T-Fuel. So this is the sort of thing that you have to do if you want to actually make some income from cryptos, and it does take some research. One of the other things that I am really, how can I put it? I am concerned with the fact that, as I say, because North America has been a late adopter, that you are going to see literally hundreds of thousands of people rushing into this marketplace, really not fully understanding exactly what it is that they are doing. So a couple of places that I can recommend, certainly as a hot wallet, one that is Exodus. I have seen other wallets, I've heard about other wallets, but Exodus is, I believe, one of the best hot wallets out there. It is incredibly secure, and this is what you pay for. You know, yes, there are some fairly steep exchange fees within Exodus, by and large, you know, compared to other coin exchanges that I've seen, but you're not going to find you know, a really cheap exchange without losing some security. And that is what you want. You want security in these exchanges and hot wallets, and also the support. I mean, for me, that is probably what I'm paying for within Exodus. The support network is absolutely unbelievable. You will be talking to a live operator within 24 hours if you have an issue, and these young ladies and gentlemen are absolutely unbelievably talented, and they have saved me a lot of grief. They have retrieved coins that I had thought were lost, and you know, that in itself is worth its weight in gold. I also use, as a Canadian, I use CoinSquare as an exchange to put my Canadian money into, to fund and buy my cryptocurrencies. And I also use Binance. Binance is also an incredible exchange for the more exotic cryptocurrencies. There is a full listing there, and so do be careful of the exchange rates. Be aware that if you want to do an exchange and you are not in a rush, you can go down to the slowest verification speed, and that will save you some money. That was something I found out a little late in the day, unfortunately. But do take the time to check the trading costs on these accounts. I've had a lot more success within the crypto sphere, and it is very, very user friendly. Once you open these accounts, and of course many people go, oh my god, I got to do all this stuff, I got to do 2FA, I've got to send off my driver's license and a utility bill and scan it in and blah blah. Well, you know, when you went in to open up a bank account, it was just as complex, and it took time. It's just we've all forgotten, because we all opened up those bank accounts such a long time ago. And this is exactly the same when you open up any kind of crypto account. The other thing is, you have to write down as you're going along when you're opening up accounts. Certainly until you memorize stuff, you need to be writing stuff down so that you have got it, and especially your 12-word seed. You'll be prompted to do this in most of the exchanges as a security measure, because if you lose that 12-word seed, you have lost everything. And the same with your master keys. You need to keep those master keys in a safe place, because they are the location of your cryptocurrencies, and if you lose those master keys, you are done like a dog's dinner, okay? You're not getting your money back at all whatsoever. And so you can't be slack or blasé about any of this stuff. And any of my friends that I've told how to open wallets and accounts and so on and so forth, I make sure that they write all of this stuff down, certainly initially, and find a great hiding spot and just tuck that away, commit it to memory. Certainly, well, if you can remember your 12-word seed, good luck, but you need a good hiding place for that where nobody is going to find it, and it's not going to get burnt, destroyed, or damaged if you have some kind of accident in your home. So be aware, have fun. Watch the indications, like I say, watch the 24-hour volume. That is a great indicator of what is going on with a coin. And do some research, start listening to different shows. Max Kaiser, the Kaiser Report with Max and Stacy, unbelievable crypto reporting. I can highly recommend that, certainly as your first place to go. And another great personality that I found is Antonopolus. And I will leave the links below for both of those websites and or YouTube sites, and watch some of those videos. They are incredibly well versed in the cryptosphere, and of course Clif High. Clif High is an unbelievable resource. Go back and read some of his CryptoSpace reports. Unbelievable. The accuracy was incredible, but you will get some insights as to what the cryptosphere is all about. And you'll be taking a great step into the world of woo, as Cliff calls it. And I am certainly living in the world of woo. I am enjoying the world of woo. This is all of the universe. And if you want to find out all about the woo-woo world, you'll just have to go over and watch some of Clif High's videos. And as I said, all links will be below in the description box. And in the meantime, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Click that little bell so you get notifications when there's a new video. And in the meantime, This is Houndog Steve signing off, wishing you a very pleasant evening, and we'll talk very, very shortly. You take care now. Bye. See ya.